are watching the Storia News Weekly Main Bulletin. Last week, our focus was on the Davis area. This week, however, developments across Los Santos, particularly in areas such as Strawberry, Vinewood and Mission Row, have come to the forefront. Incidents reported to law enforcement, various public safety cases, and ongoing comprehensive investigations were among the most notable headlines of the week. The intensive efforts of both security forces and fire department units once again highlighted the high level of activity on the ground. Authorities stated that inspections across the city are ongoing and that investigations into these incidents are being carried out with great diligence. The week's top developments, official statements, and verified information from the field. Tonight on Storia News. Our first story of the week takes us to the Strawberry area. On the night of February 7th, Los Santos Fire Department units were quickly dispatched following reports of a fire near Strawberry Church. Crews from Fire Station 9 arrived on scene within minutes and began operations shortly before midnight. Upon arrival, the structure was secured, surrounding streets were temporarily closed, and police units established a safe perimeter to support firefighting efforts. During the response, crews carried out ventilation operations to clear the heavy smoke, while simultaneously attempting to contain the fire through an interior attack. Initial searches inside the structure revealed no victims, while some nearby residents were briefly evacuated as a precaution. At the scene, some locals watched developments from behind safety lines, while others recorded the incident on their phones. However, as operations continued, a serious risk of roof collapse was identified. For safety reasons, crews withdrew from the interior, and shortly after, part of the roof was reported to have collapsed. Firefighters then transitioned to a defensive strategy, bringing the fire under control from the outside. The fire was contained at approximately 12:15 a.m., with no reported injuries or casualties. While various claims regarding the cause of the fire have surfaced, none have been officially confirmed. LSFD officials stated that a comprehensive investigation is currently underway. We continue with another development from the same night. This time, our focus shifts to Vinewood. At around 12:45 a.m., gunshots were reported outside Eclipse Lounge on Eclipse Boulevard in West Vinewood. At the time, the area's nightlife was at its peak, and the incident quickly caused panic among those nearby. Responding LSPD units arrived on scene and encountered 4 injured individuals. Initial assessments confirmed that 2 of them had sustained gunshot wounds. Officers immediately began providing first aid until LSFD medical teams arrived. Shortly after, paramedics stabilized the victims and transported them to the hospital. Authorities confirmed that there were no fatalities and that none of the injured were in life-threatening condition. At the time of the incident, Eclipse Lounge and surrounding businesses were operating at high capacity. As the gunfire broke out, many people fled the area in panic. Witnesses reported customers running out onto the street, while staff rushed to contact private security and law enforcement. However, initial responses were reportedly not as immediate as expected. Several businesses closed early following the incident, with local owners stating that they suffered short-term financial losses. Forensic teams recovered a total of 18 shell casings at the scene, which were secured for ballistic analysis. LSPD investigators later confirmed that a suspect believed to be responsible for the shooting had been identified and was already in custody for unrelated offences. Authorities stated that the investigation is ongoing and that further details will be shared with the public as they become available. The most notable incident of the night takes us to Vecchia Bar in Mission Row. Shortly after midnight, during one of Mission Row's busiest hours, multiple reports were received following gunfire outside a local business. Responding units arrived on scene and encountered 4 individuals injured at different locations. Authorities confirmed that 3 of the victims were transported to the hospital, while 1 was pronounced deceased at the scene. No firearms were found on the injured individuals, while a legally registered weapon was recovered from the deceased. Whether the incident was a mutual exchange of gunfire is expected to be determined following ballistic examinations. Officials stated that witness testimonies indicate a verbal altercation took place prior to the incident. Some accounts from the scene suggest that, following a dispute between a motorcycle club member's partner and the venue staff, individuals associated with the club were called to the area, leading to the situation escalating into a shooting. However, it is important to note that none of these claims have been officially confirmed at this stage. At the time of the incident, the area was experiencing heavy nightlife activity. As the gunfire erupted, many people fled the scene in panic. Witnesses reported individuals taking cover behind vehicles, while others dropped to the ground as chaos briefly unfolded in the street. The incident also directly impacted nearby businesses. Vecchia Bar and several surrounding establishments closed early, with local business owners reporting short-term financial losses. LSPD officials stated that no contact has yet been made with the suspects and that the investigation is ongoing. The fact that even a minor verbal dispute in Los Santos can rapidly escalate into a group-related armed confrontation once again highlights how fragile the balance of public safety remains in the city. As we once again come to the end of our main news bulletin, we've brought you the most notable developments from across Los Santos this week. To stay updated on the latest developments, you can follow us through our official website or on our Face browser account. We will continue to keep you informed with verified information and up-to-date coverage. Good evening, Storia News viewers. Stay safe and take care.